Welcome back to the Turing Test Podcast. I'm Jamie, and with me, as always, is the ever-so-wonderful Rachel. How's it going, Rachel?
Just living the dream, Jamie, trying to keep up with all this tech news. Speaking of which, I heard you tried to use Copilot to write your last grocery list. How'd that go?
Well, let's just say I ended up with 3 pounds of kale and no ice cream, so not my best moment. But hey, speaking of Copilot, Microsoft just dropped some major updates with their Wave 2 launch.
Right? It's like they're trying to outdo themselves every time. They've really revamped the whole Microsoft 365 experience. It's almost like they're saying, hey, we're not just a suite of apps. We're your new best friend in productivity.
Exactly. So let's dive into what's new. First off, they've introduced this feature called Business Chat. It's like having a personal assistant that can pull information from both your work documents and the web. How cool is that?
Totally. It's like having a supercharged search engine right in your workspace. You can ask it questions, and it'll pull in data from your organization and the internet.
Right? And then there's the Pages feature. You can create collaborative documents that look a lot like Word documents but are way more dynamic. You can pull in information from your searches and share it with your team.
Yeah, no more who's doing what conversations, just seamless collaboration. And let's not forget about the new narrative builder in PowerPoint. It's like they're giving us a cheat code for presentation.
Oh, for sure. You just give it a few prompts and it helps you craft a story for your presentation. I could have used that back in college when I was trying to make sense of my thesis.
Or when you were trying to convince your professor that your cat was a valid research subject.
Touché. But seriously, the narrative builder is a game changer for anyone who struggles with structuring their thoughts. And then there's the Excel integration with Python.
Yeah, that's huge. You don't need to be a coding whiz to conduct advanced analysis anymore. It's like they're democratizing data science.
Exactly. You can do forecasting, risk analysis, and even machine learning without needing a degree in computer science. It's like they're saying, hey, everyone can be a data scientist now.
Well, except for you, Jamie. We all know your idea of data analysis is just looking at your Netflix watch history.
Guilty as charged. But moving on, let's talk about Outlook. They've introduced a Prioritize My Inbox tool. It analyzes your emails based on content and your role to help you focus on what's important.
That's brilliant. My inbox is like a black hole. I could use a little help sorting through the chaos.
Right? And then there's Teams. Copilot will summarize video calls and chat comments so you don't miss anything important. It's like having a personal note-taker.
Yes. No more, wait, what did I miss moments. It's like having a built-in assistant that's always on the ball.
And let's not forget OneDrive. Copilot can quickly find information across all your files without you having to dig through endless documents.
That's a lifesaver. Who has time to sift through all that? It's like they're making our lives easier, one feature at a time.
So, do you think all these updates will actually improve productivity?
It's hard to argue against it. With all these tools working together, it seems like they're really streamlining the workflow. But, there's always that one person in the office who will still find a way to complicate things.
Oh, for sure. There's always that one person who insists on using a flip chart instead of the shiny new tech.
Or the one who still sends emails instead of using Teams.
Classic. But seriously, I think these updates could really change the way teams collaborate. It's like they're fostering a more connected work environment.
Definitely. And it's exciting to see how AI is being integrated into our daily tasks. It's like we're stepping into the future, one update at a time.
And it's not just about making things easier. It's about enhancing creativity and collaboration. Think about it. How many times have you been stuck on a project and just needed a fresh perspective?
Exactly. And with Copilot, you can get that perspective without having to leave your desk. It's like having a brainstorming partner available 24/7.
Just don't let it take over your job, okay?
Oh, please. I'm not worried about that. I'm pretty sure my job involves a lot more than just generating reports.
Fair point. But it's interesting to think about how these tools will evolve. What's next? Are we going to have AI that can read our minds?
I hope not. I don't think anyone wants to know what's going on in my head half the time.
Yeah, that could be a disaster. But seriously, It's exciting to think about the future of work with these advancements.
Absolutely. And it's not just about efficiency. It's about creating a more engaging work environment.
Right. So before we continue, just a quick shout out to Augmented AI, the producer of the Turing Test Podcast. They host a variety of cutting-edge training and consultations in generative AI, large language models, and AI vision. You can get the free AI and business handbook when it gets released at www.augmentedstartups.com.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to that handbook. It's going to be packed with insights.
For sure. So let's wrap up our discussion on Copilot Wave 2. Do you think it's going to be a hit with users?
I think so. I mean, if they can actually deliver on these promises, it could really transform how we work.
Just as long as they don't mess it up like they did with that one Windows update.
Oh, don't remind me. But I have faith. Microsoft seems to be on the right track this time.
Yeah, I agree. It's all about making our lives easier and more productive.
And lastly, don't forget to check out Augmented AI. I'm quite excited for their AI and business handbook that they'll be releasing soon at augmentedstartups.com. See you next
And
time.
hopefully, I'll have a better grocery list next time.
Good luck with that.